I can't go anywhere. Yeah.
The microphones are like all, we can see your eyes.
Maybe just, yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
And then maybe if you're just off a little bit to the side of her.
Okay, over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing? Okay.
It is live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you stand directly behind it, we're not gonna be able to see you.
Okay.
Okay. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check. Everybody good? Okay. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, mic check, mic check. He'll be talking about this level. Check, check, check. It's a little bit hot because we've got it. We've got the mixer over here. We can bring it down a little bit if we need to. Check. Okay. Well, if
I won't. All right. If I may, Stephanie, please stand up here beside me. Hensley, you get up here right front and center, buddy. And for members of our team who aren't averse to, come on, Monique, the camera loves you. Yep. Would y'all like to?
I was literally just motioning to her.
More the merrier. We're all in this together, guys. We need to. This is a much better looking picture. Okay, if our friends in the media would give me a thumbs up when they're ready to roll. All right, well, we'll go ahead and begin. Good evening and welcome to the launch of the statewide prevention education initiative, Traffic Proof SC. Before I say anything else, it's not lost on me that the rain has dampened our lawns, but has not dampened our spirits. If you could feel Mr. Parks here, you would know he is soaking wet. I want to say thank you to our team who've been out there to help us launch this. The weather did not cooperate, but again, this is just one step on a long journey. As South Carolina's Attorney General and Chair of the South Carolina Human Trafficking Task Force, I'm proud to be with you here today to announce our partnership with South Carolina ETV, a partnership focused on providing increased education about the dangers of human trafficking for young people across our state. Today we're joined by a number of people here today. First, I would like to recognize Dr. Stephanie Cook, the Interim President of South Carolina Educational Television, who will share with us in just a moment some comments. There are too many staff and members of the State Human Trafficking Task Force to name, but you can see them up here behind me and flanking me to my left and my right. I see Pathways to Healing, Zonta, Representative Ligon here. Thank you, Randy, Representative, for being here. Obviously, if it wasn't for the support of the legislature with funding for these positions and the creation of the State Human Trafficking Act, we would not be up here today talking about these things. So on behalf of the General Assembly, thank you for being here. Hensley Parks, this was his event. Obviously, the rain did not cooperate, the weather didn't, but thank you for your efforts, Hensley, and I wanted to give you a little shout out. Folks, human trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar industry that affects, probably globally speaking, more than 50 million victims of human trafficking every year. Just in South Carolina last year, the State Law Enforcement Division investigated 416 cases of sex and labor trafficking, and of those, 395 involved children. Additionally, the Department of Social Services assisted 213 minors suspected of being trafficking victims. However, because this crime sometimes hides in the plain sight of day, we know that there are many more, regrettably, we have not yet been able to identify. The South Carolina Human Trafficking Task Force, in partnership with SCETV, will provide trauma-informed, age-appropriate anti-human trafficking curriculum for young people across South Carolina. One of my favorite quotes from history is Ben Franklin, where he said, "An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure." And that's really what this is about. Going after those thugs and people who would commit such a heinous and evil act and trying to help recover and rehabilitate those who've been victimized by this is obviously part of our mission mandate, but preventing it from ever happening through education initiatives like this is our primary goal. We will begin with Traffic Proof SC curricula for high school students that defines human trafficking and an emphasis on sex trafficking, labor trafficking, and the dangers of social media. The Traffic Proof SC webpage will launch on September 1st of this year and will provide more information on requesting the curricula at the schools or youth service groups across South Carolina. We will continue to increase awareness, educate young people across our state. We better position communities to prevent this crime from ever happening in their backyards. And again, that is the goal of this, what we're seeking to do today. I strongly urge you to reach out through trafficproofsc.org. And I'll say that again, trafficproofsc.org, to request that members of the state task force visit your schools and/or communities throughout the school year. The state task force will also be co-hosting other backpack giveaways like the one we are attempting to do in the weather outside with regional human task forces throughout the state. These events are scheduled throughout the rest of this month in the following communities, and I will list them quickly. 96, Aiken, Andrews, Lexington, Loris, Anderson, Cottageville, Rock Hill, and lastly, Charleston. Please visit the South Carolina Human Trafficking Task Force social media accounts for more information or to support a local backpack giveaway near you. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Stephanie Cook from SCETV. She is currently the Interim Director and CEO to discuss this wonderful partnership between both of our agencies. Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and thank you all again for engaging SCETV in this partnership. It is my honor to be here with you all this evening and to share news about this important initiative and to talk about our partnership with the Attorney General's office. The work that will take place through Traffic Proof SC aligns with SCET's vision of a stronger, more connected, and informed South Carolina. As the state's only public media station, we are grateful for this opportunity to leverage our platform in support of increased awareness, prevention, and justice. Through this partnership, and you've heard a little bit about it, SCETV will produce engaging learning media as part of a curriculum that is standard aligned, focused on health education standards, and supports the work of school counselors. We know that creating standard aligned content is core to ETV's mission. We also know from our conversations with our various stakeholder groups that resources that support health education are a critical needs area for our state. In addition to the curriculum, we will create professional learning experiences for educators who will use this curriculum. We understand and we acknowledge that most times, or many times, in times of student crises, educators are often first responders. And so we want to equip them and our community partners with the tools that they need. It is our hope that the resources and experiences offered through this collaboration will help us to support the health and well-being of South Carolina students and their families in a positive way. And I absolutely want to thank the Attorney General's office for reaching out to us, for all of the partners. I love the Benjamin Franklin quote, and I will just say that if we can just make a difference in at least one household for us at SCETV, then we have done good work. Thank you so much.
Our role at the South Carolina Attorney General's office is to take a strategic and collaborative approach by continuing to serve victims and prosecute offenders. It is because of the people in this room and many of you out there watching this today that we continue to create and implement innovative and comprehensive goals to combat human trafficking. I want to thank all of our volunteers who donated their time today. I want to thank them for being here on a Friday between 5:30 and 6 o'clock when the heavens have opened up upon us. It did dampen the event a little bit, but it's certainly not dampening our goals of eradicating human trafficking in South Carolina. Now I would like to look to those out there. If you are a parent or a person who is concerned, this is a program that we want you to look into. We want you to go to our website. We want you to understand that it exists, that it is happening here in South Carolina. And if you want to protect your children or your community, please reach out to the Attorney General's office or the State Human Trafficking Task Force. And again, if you look to my left, my right, and immediately behind me, you'll see an army of men and women who will be coming to a community near you. And finally, if you are a victim and or a survivor of human trafficking and you feel alone, please know this: you are not alone. This entire task force and all of our efforts are designed to serve, support, and protect people like you. At this time, I want to thank you for being here today. Happy to take any questions if there are any, and I would encourage our friends in the media to maybe talk to some of our task force members, or staff, and or Dr. Cook from ETV. I would love for you to learn a little bit more about what they do in relation to this partnership. Any questions? All right, it's Friday. Everybody wants to get home. I got it. Thank you all for being here today. We appreciate it. Keep your head up. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's good to see you too. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I walked outside.